Hey everyone, let's talk about the law of returns to scale. The definition is pretty generic. It says the term returns to scale refers to the changes in output as all factors change by the same proportion. An increase in scale means that the inputs are increased in the same proportion. Basically, it is divided into there's three phases of returns to scale: increasing returns to scale, constant returns to scale, and decreasing returns to scale. Which is pretty basic in itself. As in, the increase in returns to scale shows if there's a 10% increase in labor or any other factor for that case, 10% increase in labor, and if there's a 10% increase in capital, and the total increase in output is for 40%, that is increasing returns in scale because you're increasing both of them by 10% and getting a return of like over 40% in output. That is the increasing returns to scale. In constant returns to scale, a 10% increase in labor and a 10% increase in capital resulted in a 10% increase in output. That is a constant return to scale because you increased everything by 10%, you just got back 10%. That is a constant return to scale. In increasing returns to scale, you increase the labor by 10%, increase the capital by 10%, but you only get an increase in output of by 5%. That is a decreasing return to scale as you're getting less than what you already gave. That goes to the three phases of returns to scale. And now if you look at the table is returns to scale in physical units. In units, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 the numbers and scales of production, which is 1 worker, 2 acres of land, or 2 workers, 4 acres of land, 3 workers, 6 acres of land, and etc. There's a lot more, goes up to 8. The total returns 8, 17, 27, 38, 49, 59, and marginal returns. In the video before about law of variable proportions, we learned what total products, returns, marginal returns, whatever everything they are. So here, in increased returns, let's look at the first case of increased returns. First case, 1 worker and 2 acres of land is given. The total returns are 8 and the marginal returns are 8. Normal. That is increasing because you're just giving 1 worker, and that is the first one. Everything will be relative to that one now. Now, if you give 2 workers and 4 acres of land, that is double of this one. You get almost double in returns, 8 to 17, and marginal return is increased by 1, which is still an increase. Still comes under increasing returns. The third one, 3 workers and 6 acres of land, that is 3 times the first one. Total returns are almost triple. Obviously, they remain the same. Like they keep on increasing throughout, but marginal returns also increase from 9 to 10. That is still an increase in return. And now, if you look at the fourth one, 4 workers and 8 acres of land, you get a marginal return of 11, which increased. But compared to this is an increasing return. But now you'll find out why it has a constant return. Here, there's 5 workers and 10 acres of land. The marginal returns are still 11. That is constant as the one before. So in this, it goes constant for a while. And then now let's look at diminishing returns or decreasing returns. 6 workers and 12 acres of land. That is 6 times the first one. You get 6 times the total returns, but the marginal return is decreased from the is 10. Decrease from the one before. It decreased even though you're increasing the scale of production, and so on and so forth. You keep on increasing these, and the total marginal returns get decreased towards the end. This is also called the law of diminishing returns, but like now the law of returns to scale states that after a certain, there's 3 phases: increasing, constant, and decreasing. And it does not necessarily mean as you keep on increasing the scale of production, the marginal returns keep on increasing. After a certain point, they hit their peak and they start decreasing. Thank you.